allow the children to have the budget every year. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey supposed talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over Naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This man not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Aha. Now you not done here, all these bad politicians, then we call themselves politicians. Where they thief our money, we no want make the common man get waiting supposed get for this country. Una never hear something. Now go hear one, Maiyegun, you go show na paper. Maiyegun diary political. So my people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo.
Hello there.
Maiyegun lawamo, lamo do 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 do. Maiyegun diary.
Good morning to you. And good afternoon to you. Good evening to you from wherever you're joining us. It is Maiyegun live, and yeah, I'm so used to that. Sorry about that. So it is the brunch time with Maiyegun live. So thank you. Please read the caption of the broadcast, the description of the broadcast. Like it, share it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them all. Maiyegun today. And it is an open mic as well. Meaning you can phone in Even right now that I am actually like talking, I will take your call. We are reviewing further the supposed mysterious man that Tinubu announced yesterday as his own schoolmate. You know, everything about Tinubu is lie. Everything about Koolu is shady. And when you look at people around Tinubu as well, that tells everything as well. So you can share this broadcast, pick up your phone, say your mind. Who is Alex Lutsenko Neo Abi Alex Zingman? We have Vedat of the Shaguris. They are doing well in Nigeria right now, cashing out. Look at this man. People started digging. Who is Zingman? Abina Lutsenko. A 58-year-old businessman, he says. 58 years old. Tinubu is about 80. But his official football age is somewhere around 74. That's some stretch. Another discovery. Alex Zingman, Tinubu's classmate. In 1975, he was just a 9-year-old boy. Alex Zingman, 9-year-old man in the university, Tinubu's neighbor, and all that. Now tell everybody that. So good morning to you once again, and welcome to the brunch time with Maiyegun. Remember, it is an open mic where you and I can express our views on the subject matter. So ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people, including some of the Ronukus, the Ronu Nazis, they have been drilling since yesterday. A part of them working to do what you call the human job, the agbepo, to clean the mess. Because number one, Tinubu was not supposed to even say that yesterday. It was a total kind of disclosure. No, he didn't need that. Or better still, just to say, so guy was the guy who imported the 2,000 tractors to Nigeria. But Tinubu went further to say they went to school together. They were classmates. They were neighbors. They used to go to the school together, Chicago State University, right? Even though a lot of people kind of found that as a lie. But guess what? There are many other discoveries. Some of them I will say them now. Others I will say after I kind of give you a clip, as usual. Who is Alex Zingman? Abina Alex Lutsenko. So we sort of dig a bit on the guy. It wasn't even hard. Just put the name out there. And boom, his image was right there on your face and everything you want to know about him. So he's a billionaire, Russian, Belarusian, kind of billionaire. He's known as international gun smuggler. He's a gun dealer. You know what they call the arms dealer? Those people who supply arms. And what do you think this kind of guy supplies their arms to in Africa? He's been friends with some African head of states, countries like Zimbabwe, I think especially also friends with them in Ghana. I don't know if he's still their friend, Then Nigeria. So there was a time that he was arrested. This was in 2021. For what? In the Democratic Republic of Congo. This is the Congo DR, they are called. So he was also arrested for smuggling, not just guns, including drugs into, and you know Congo now. Congo has been Congo has been sort of like bedeviled with endless violence of terrorism, mainly sponsored by vested interest from outside Congo. They have been those supplying weapons to different rebels, in exchange for their mineral resources, by the way. So when thiefnubu said this guy was his mate, I think he threw people into the spiral, like, who is this guy? And what is thiefnubu relationship with supposed gun runner? And people who run guns, right? They do other things. Money laundering, right? Human trafficking, drug trafficking, name it. And most of their businesses succeeds simply because they will have connections and cooperation with their fellows who have taken over government in any part of the world. So yesterday, when Koolu said and introduced this guy, before we go deeper now.
The captain of the industry, the business community of Nigeria, my dear, very good friend, the story must be clear here. Alex Sigman, how are you? Thank you, congratulations. Thank you. Thank you very much. Alex, to all of you, Alex was my very good neighbor and went to the same school with me in Chicago. Never did we dreamt that I would be in this position as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and Alex will be a successful businessman from Belarus to bring about a very successful collaboration and bilateral relationship that will promote economic prosperity and future of our two countries. Alex, thank you very much for everything. I believe our university will be very, very proud that we are doing this here today. We are proud.
Koolu and Alex, a very good neighbor that they went to the same school. So there are so many things not really right about that. But people are saying, no, Koolu is not introducing his old schoolmate. He's actually introducing the gang of criminals who have actually hijacked Nigeria. Everybody is coming in to take whatever they could get, at least for the time being. Yeah? How did Alex win the contract to supply tractors to Nigeria? Well, don't answer that. He won it because he knows thiefnubu. Because there's no bidding, there's no nothing. There's no competitive bidding for it. Alex walked in, Alex got that. But knowing who Alex is, right? A gun runner, a smuggler, and God knows other things. Heroin trafficker, drug trafficker. Okay, here, apart from the age difference that Alex couldn't have been thiefnubu's neighbor in 1975. The Ronukus are saying that Alex probably got into the university while thiefnubu was about to graduate. You know the way in Nigeria, you say you are in 600 level, and I just came in and I'm in 100 level. So we can still say we are like, we went to the same school. Like, I don't know if that even make any sense, right? But this is what the Ronukus are trying to picture. But again, let's take a look at it. Alex was born in 1966. Alexandra Zingman, Lutsenko, 1966. So in 1975, Alex will be 9 years old. So let's assume that when thiefnubu arrived in WAHALA Airport in Chicago in 1975, when Alex was 9, living in Minsk, right? So let's say thiefnubu now, by 1979, when thiefnubu was about to graduate, was when Alex got to Chicago. Alex will be 13 years old. There's no record of Alex being a prodigy or anything at all. And make I give you the final shock. Alex no go Chicago State University. I mean, all this one way we try to dig to explain stuff now, waste of time. The question is, did Alexandra Zingman, the arms dealer, did he go to Chicago State? No, he didn't. So where did Koolu get all that from? So that then prompted other questions. This guy is known as a very, very connected arms dealer. Now, me, I won't have any problem, by the way, like if they use Zingman to bring in, even though it doesn't make any sense, but again, let's say they use Zingman to bring in, what's the name of that those Russian mercenaries? The one that their leader died in a plane crash. You know the guys I'm talking about. Let's say he has connection with Putin, and then they bring in these guys to come and help, neutralize the Fulani terrorists, neutralize the Boko Haram, like Jonathan did with the South African mercenaries, remember? And it was quite successful. The corrupt Nigerian army, they were probably unprofessional, so to say, inexperienced rather. With the help of these mercenaries, they were able, to push these terrorists back. You know the story anyway. So I wouldn't mind that. So Wagner's, God bless you, the Wagner's. So now if the Wagner group is linked to this arm dealer that is now supplying tractors to Nigeria, maybe they won't tell me, but that is not what it is. All right? So people are saying, the tractors you just found in Nigeria is more or less like an intro. So this issue of insecurity in Nigeria, because of this illegal mining scattered all over the place, illegal guns scattered all over the place in that country. When you see characters like this in your country, there is a guaranteed chaos that will be linked to them. So don't think I am probably just, exaggerating or overreacting, right? These guys, you see things like this, back in the days, right, as corrupt as some of these guys are, they do not want to be associated with them in public. These are like something that will come out as a scandal when they are doing one House of Assembly, the National Assembly investigation. Then they will say, the contract was given to, that person they gave the contract to was from Russia, Belarus, is an arms dealer. You know what I mean? They don't do it in the public. But these days, you have an heroin trafficker as your president. You have a terrorist sympathizer as your vice president. You have a chronic treasury looter as your Senate president. The entire country is in the hands of career criminals. Who do you think they will attract? Investors. High, right? This was a Zingman on, when he was arrested, rather, at the Congo DR Airport. Why was he arrested? Google it. For drugs and arms smuggling into Congo DR. And guess what? It is because, like the government there, probably they are not in good term. Because the same guy got appointed 3 years later as what? Well, he got out of that. Okay, I think they deported him from Congo DR and never to come back to their country for the atrocities his involvement in all this terrorism there cost them, right? But in Zimbabwe, they rolled out red carpet for him. And he was appointed as honorary, kind of like an honorary ambassador for Zimbabwe. Here is the criminal.
Игорь, ботинки!
That was Sigman in 2021. They tracked that his private jet landed somewhere in Congo DR, and they have been looking for him. When they grabbed him, you saw that that's the guy that thiefnubu is friends with. Same thing with the Shaguri. The guys he gave Lagos Calabar Expressway. I'll be waiting to the Coastal Road rather. The one that didn't bid for it. There's no competition, no nothing. And then it got a contract of $12.5 billion from thiefnubu. No question asked. Yeah?
Where's the primary? I just explained that to you now.
He thought that he didn't go to a primary school. Is that what you're saying?
In those days, you don't have to go. You don't have to. You reach and pass GC from home. Great men do.
Secondary school?
Not just secondary school, that's GC now.
Man! What type of plane is this?
Yeah. Yes, they pass it from home. Yes, great men do. It is fact, it is one of the virtues that you use to know great men.
Hey! This.
That they read from home. They read and dug in and burnt the midnight oil from home. Shut up, that's an insult.
So the man that burned the night palm oil, all right, and he has no, he shouldn't, like that means he was homeschooled. So people are saying that a person will pass exam for us now, don't get schoolmate too. So yeah, was Zingman with the president of Zimbabwe. So now he's got one of the biggest pal. That is why happiness won't wound him. It was like, oh more. Yes, sir. He's a billionaire, by the way. Happiness won't finish him in front of Koolu. When Koolu said this, like Nigeria. Because you don't understand. What that simply means for this guy is that whatever crime is pushing in Africa, do you understand? He's just got the supposed, in his mind though, he's got the biggest kind of like endorsement. So his CV go become richer. Because all he had to do is just to show everybody that, Nigeria, but guess what? They are of bed of the same feather. So you get druggie versus arms dealer, illegal miner. So you get that. So they want to bring progress to Nigeria. Let me tell you something. I read it earlier this morning. Where Dele Alakori, your supposed minister of mine. Oh, pardon me. So I read it somewhere this morning. In fact, it was a video. I'm going to use that later this evening. Where Dele Alakori was saying that they have secured $400 million loan to build the biggest, I don't know what he's probably processing about, like something like the biggest processing plant, so the biggest mining site in the whole of Africa. This was the same guy who told everyone that in the last 2 years, that thiefnubu, that they have signed a $10 billion deal with somebody in Brazil. They've signed a $20 billion deal with some group of people in India. They've signed a $5 billion deal. Mineral resources, so with some group of people from China. They even went to go and see Macron, where they drafted another lie. And they said, special, there's actually a name to give to it. They said, is it called special mineral something deal? Oh, no. Something like that. Special mineral, which means things like minerals like uranium. Me, I not to know them. But anyway, you shall know in that category, France will be the first people to take them before any other customer, any other country. So meaning they were supposed to have billions of dollars right now. According to Daily Alakori, they said Tinubu has changed Nigeria mining mineral sector. So Daily Alakori that is a blogger. You see, those of you who are bloggers today, gossip, gossip mill. That was the job of Daily Alakori, but he paid himself as a journalist. And then he became more popular when Tinubu appointed him as a commissioner for information, Lagos State, to help him be the Gobus of Lagos. But the moment Tinubu became your president, Daily Alakori don't want to talk to the microphone and all of that anymore. He was now a specialist on mineral resources in Nigeria. So they said Tinubu has achieved much. So much money has been added to national Kineko Baba. They have to go and borrow $400 million. That they want to build the biggest Kineko plant in Africa. And guess what? That is nowhere any of the legit mining sites in other part of Africa. But they have to say that so that it will sound as if like they are sounding with this their 2,000 tractors. So me, I am more interested though. And I am like many others too, to let people see the true characters that are in charge of Nigeria and why the rest of the world will keep treating every one of us associated with that place like a piece of rag. Because you can't have 200 million people that looked away and see the gang of criminals take over their country. And all they could do is just wait or maybe pray. You get what I mean now? So, exactly, if you look at Zimbabwe, Mwanagana or something, that's his name, right? Is as is as corrupt as you can find. So he's a friend with all these despots, all these criminals in Africa. And Nigeria seems to be, wow, a bigger fish. And this is not just a fish. It is a fish that is looking for validation, right? And that is a thiefnubu, a fish that needs validation, that wants to be. Here you get now. Every now and then he reminds himself that he's the president of Nigeria. I'm the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I was like, you have to remind yourself, right? Because you are never anybody's president per se. So what else do you think this guy, I mean, if this was, America now, if this was in this part of the world, right now, you would have majority of those who are thiefnubu spoke people jumping from one TV station to the other, trying to save whatever they can save of thiefnubu's tattered image. But Nigeria is a place where anything goes. Criminals boldly are being protected in the open. Criminals, people who should be held in treason, they should be held in treason for their treasonable action against Nigeria and against Nigerian people. If we begin to tell you right now that whatever it is that you know today that Bokwari and his gang did at the Nigerian oil sector, as much as you probably will get mad, rightly so, you should wait and hear what Tinubu and his gang are doing already. Sure, you get those of you who are in the Niger Delta, Nigeria, and all of that. It's not as if it's going to change anything, though, right? But by the time you will realize what Tinubu and his gang have done, I think you probably would likely kick off your own separate country advocacy at that time, right? Let me give you an example. There's one big, very, they say it's actually like the deepest deposit of crude. It should have been a reserve. It's right there in the center of the sea, in the creek, in the Niger Delta. OPL 245, it's called. It's been a source of litigation between between Shell, Nigeria, any Italian oil giant, and one Nigeria politician who happened to be a minister that decided to infuse himself into a deal to shortchange Nigeria. So because of the litigation, the oil, that particular oil rig was actually, left on hold. Thiefnubu has already withdrawn the case because it was Nigeria that was challenging the person they sold it to, like scrap. Thiefnubu has withdrawn the case. He has now given it to Wale Tinubu, his adopted cousin. I've been a nephew today. So practically, the most contentious oil rig, or what did you call it in Nigeria, is now back into the Thiefnubu's family. If it is not to himself, it is to his own allies, like the Shaguri that got $12.5 billion road contract without any competition. But on the board of their high-tech, on the board of other companies, Sheyi Thiefnubu is representing his father there on the board of directors, the owners. Shaguri's son representing his own father there as we speak. Billions ferried to them. And it's not just the Lagos Coastal Road, by the way. So by the time you realize what they have done, well, anyway, let me continue. Remember, the line is opened and you can indeed add your own as a contribution, right? See, a few days ago, I did kind of like raise concern about Oyo State government under Solo Makinde Ibadan, the one of the G-string governors who has now parted ways with Wike. It was going to use 63.5 billion naira to renovate the government house. But guess what? No matter how much you try to explain the consequences of these people's greed to the victims and the would-be victims, people have been programmed to see themselves as defeated. Like, what do you want us to do? Well, but now so that they do, Jerry, what do you want me to do? Do you want us to go and fight him? Do you want us to go and... Anyway, I am not. And he himself is aware. That's why during the few days ago, so he was speaking at an organized event to mark his Omitutun 2.0, which is like the second year of his second term, 6 years in office. You are leaving the office in less than 2 years. You have never lived in the government house. Do you know that Sheyi Makinde has never lived in the governor's house or government house at all, and his family? He has himself and his deputy. Despite that amount that Ajirebi Ibadan, that one that later died, right? Despite that one spending over 14 or so billion naira renovating the government house for Solo Makinde Ibadan to come, even though that one also kind of like cashed out and left, right? It's been 6 years now. Seyi Makinde has never slept for once like this in the government house. He's been living in his house. So why now do you now need to spend 63.5 billion naira to renovate it for who? The person that will come after you. Baba, the guy just made a joke about it. And I think everybody there laughed. Madam alone, Jare, don't mind them. Somehow, maybe they will say that to him after this. And say, well, Mr. Governor, don't mind them, Jare, now so that they do.
There's a current trend. I think yesterday I was trending for the wrong reasons, where people said we want to spend 63 billion to upgrade or to renovate the government house. Well, that's Oyo State people. Those people on social media, they are not from Oyo State. They don't know what we're talking about.
Maiyegun, just shut up. You are not from Oyo State. Or those who are from Oyo State are also asking questions, and I don't think he wants to answer them. No, I don't think so. You see? Anyway, yesterday, the Akere Dole successor, they call him Lucky, the current governor of Ondo State, for God knows what or why, decided to bulldoze the memorial park built in memory of the victims of the Owo attack. You remember the Owo attack? I think it was in 2022, yeah? When they killed over 80 people in a church. Akere Dole built what they call the memorial park for them. Here you get where a cenotaph or so was put there with their names, you know. I don't know what happened, and I don't think we should even want to know what happened. That will make a governor who was deputy when this was put in place, then he is governor now, in the same political party, then decided that that memorial park is not worth it anymore. So it should be pulled down. And they did.
ṣé ẹ̀kan tí èrò pé kíní ìwò yìí zì ni mọ̀ kó tó kó wọn kéré sínú kan ni. ẹ má dáhùn o wọ́n advice wọn kó gba advice lọ́jọ́ ẹ wọ́n kí ni àti wọn tó kọ́ kí ni inú mi ò dùn sí. inú mi ò dùn sí ẹ jọ́sọ àwọn tó ṣe sí mẹ́tìrì wọ́n ṣe lọ ṣe sínú ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ìgbà tó dẹ̀ wà ní ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì yẹn ó dín dé sí ni o. kí ni ìyẹn gbogbo ẹ̀kan kéré ló wà nú ẹ̀ granite tẹ bá rí ibi tó ti ń ṣá granite ẹ̀ ní sọ pé kò kí ni yóò lẹ́mí ẹ̀ o tẹ bá rí ibi tó ti ń ṣá granite ẹ̀ ní sọ pé kí ni yóò lẹ́mí ẹ̀. eléyìí tó ní ọwọ́ tó máa ń olólè ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn system wọ́n yàtọ̀ síra. C'est mon sens, ni wọ́n rò pé bí a kò strong kì í kí ni yàn strong concrete gidi ni. Ṣé ẹ ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn? Dẹ́kunlé nǹkan dẹ́kunlé ẹ̀kọ́ máa ń kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ yìí ti ká kó ìyẹn bá yà dìbò lójú bá jẹ ìyẹn bá fi yà jẹ. Dẹ́kunlé lọ́kọ́ tọ́mátò. Ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀wọ̀n.
Ọdún gbà máa ń gbé dáná. Gbẹ̀nẹ́kẹ̀. Gbà sí fẹ́ fò náà ní gbẹ̀nẹ́ lùkà. Mo ṣe fídíò òwe àdàrú náà fẹ́ gbẹ̀nẹ́ sẹ́yìn.
Ẹ̀rù wà ó yà fò. Iye afárá ẹ̀ sálọ ni.
Kí ni ìyẹn wà ó rí ìgbà tó sì mí rè lé o.
I don't have any answer to why they did that, or they did. You know. Yeah, that's what Solomon Kende said. Though he said that your people are not on social media. Now we with the social media, they make noise. You get that, Ajia. Anyway, the line is opened. I'm so sorry. A call that came through earlier, I had to put you on hold because it was around the time I wanted to play that video. Okay, so yeah, the line is back on now. 1 sec. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You see, they look down on their own people so much that whenever people stands up to them, they kind of like act surprised, like, everybody is bowing down for me, but not you. Like, who are you? Who is your, you know what I mean? Like, people worship them is the point. They worship them. And they're not worshiping them because they are exceptional or anything. All of them are high service. Just to be able to get, you know, a piece of the crumb in that place. People will do anything. People will say anything to defend all kinds of bad behavior in Nigeria. Well, it's always good to remind everyone that whichever role you are playing, whichever part you think you belong, or whichever cause you think you are defending in sabotaging the effort of people to liberate themselves from the hands of from the shackles of these career criminals, it is important for you to understand the consequences of that. Because in the long run, right, these guys only look out for themselves. They don't give a hoot about you or anything about you, right? So whatever it is that attracts some of you to them, to defend them, you know, you might probably take your time to review, you know, to review your choices. That's how they see us. They see people as noisemakers, people who hide behind their phones to sort of like express their rage. But when they see us, how do they really do when they see us? Like, how do you do when you meet these rogues? Do you just ignore them like they don't exist? Or you are one of those that rush back to say, oh my God, is that, you know, like, but whenever all of us are here to say, oh, these criminals deserves the worst place in hell, you join us, they are this, no go better for them, it's this and that. But when you see them one-on-one, is that actually how you feel? you know. So they can be very evil. But do you know what is more evil? Biggie. What is more evil are those who see evil and they call it good. Do you understand that that is even more evil? When you have to explain evil, there are people who do that right now. Nigeria, yeah, they do their best to explain out the evil of these guys. And that is why I have expressly, like stated on Maiyegun's Diary Politico, that if all of us are being honest, then we must never join the gang of those who cherry picks. You see, Nigerians are those, well, let me use some. Nigerians are those that will scream at the top of their lungs of how, the criminal career politicians have impacted their lives and how much they would want their pound of flesh back on them. Then when all all decks, all cards are on the table, then you begin to see their true color, where Nigerians or some Nigerians will show that they don't really hate that corruption, oppression, suppression, and every other shun that these guys represent, right? What they don't like is that, what they don't like is that they are not benefiting directly from it. And that is why it's been one momento. Right. So what is, really right is that whichever side you think you belong, there's a bit of that kind of like hypocrisy, right? Or should I call it biases that is so well pronounced that even when people who are defending these rogues, who have all the nice words, okay, defending them, because I've seen many, right? Even right now, right here in this broadcast, you probably will see a Ronuku, a stray dog, that's just going to stray in, and possibly put up this kind of a fierce battle in defense of maybe thiefnubu. I mean, you won't tell me you've not seen that before. So it's not because, you know what I mean? It is not because they care about that contraption per se. No. It is mainly because of what they can benefit directly. And you have no idea the effect of APC, Egbekegbe's misrule, misgovernance in that contraption. So you'll be probably shocked to realize that a majority of the people have gone under and their survivor is one way or the other attached to these guys. So when you see them on social media, putting up a fight like Voltrons for these criminals, attacking personalities, right? Because that is exactly what is expected. You can't engage them, you can't have a chat with them. So this type of Nigeria, I call them Nigerians, these are set of unfortunate ones that unfortunately still have to share the same space with us. All right. So we also have some of them who are, how do I describe? I want to describe those ones in a plain form, right? Those are the ones who are miserable. And somehow they want everybody to be miserable too. So therefore they are the enablers that you can say enable these guys. Okay. If you complain, the right thing to do is to gaslight you. And you know what that gaslighting means? If you point out their criminality, the gaslighting part is to attack your personality, or better still, they will tell you that it is because you don't like them. So some Nigerians love their oppressors more than anything. And all they need is just tribal, ethnic, religious, and every other nonsense that you could use to to activate and distract them. So the likes of thiefnubu and his gang, they know this very well. Today, Nigerians would have to answer, is it true that the president of your country is a drug dealer? And then you begin to explain, just like the Ronukus are explaining to us right now, what it means for a 58-year-old man living in Russia to also at the same time, a 9-year-old boy living in Russia, to be at the same time thiefnubu's neighbor in Chicago. You get that? Established evidence shown that thiefnubu is a drug dealer. What would make any sane person publicly associate with thiefnubu, if not because of maybe what they can get, or maybe because to them, Nigeria is better destroyed by these rogues, right, than for the people themselves to survive. This is how my own brain kind of like will keep trying to figure out what will make anyone that is sane, normal, to with what is going on right now, to openly and publicly support and defend anything APC, Egbekegbe at all. Some said they are not normal. Probably they are not. Anyway, so Stockholm syndrome is a syndrome that is believed to be a feeling that develops between the victim and then their oppressors. And Nigerians have been bullied. Majority of us have been bullied by these notorious criminals, right? Right from our own, right from the womb. You get? So, and after we were born into a system where you are practically being bullied, forced to do some certain things with an expectation that if you do this, okay, you're going to get this reward, and you never get that reward, it gets worse. So people have become so bullied, so abused, traumatized, enough that some of them started developing feelings for their oppressors. If you are a thiefnubu supporter for any reason, whatever it is that that makes you bold enough to put your face out there as an APC, Egbekegbe's person, abusing people or what have you on social media in defense of thiefnubu, you get what I mean now? You are suffering from what is called personality disorder, which is caused by a very long time trauma somehow. And then they want others to be miserable like them too. So when it now gets to a stage that they begin to love their oppressors. So whatever it is they face as the consequences of the misrule of their oppressors, they blame themselves. Don't tell me you have not seen some of these miserable Nigerians on social media. They'll be asking you, when you complain that the roads in your area are very bad, these unfortunate ones, right, will come at you and say, how come, which one have you built? Instead of you to be grateful, instead of you to be grateful to what government is still doing, you are here posting the picture of your road. What happened to your papa? Your papa no fit build the road. Mentally deranged people, miserable, unfortunate souls that have access to smartphones. So it is developed like that. Some of these things are also hereditary. Okay? Hereditary in the sense that majority of the guys you see today in their 30s, in their 20s, in their 30s, in their 40s, their parents were as unfortunate as them too. They raised them to be so self-centered and maybe worship their oppressors, defend them, as you can see. It is not a coincidence. So it's not like thiefnubu and his gang were this so smart. No. you will always get the worst of the worst, because the people that will keep bringing them up, or not bringing them up, the people that will be pushing them or defend them, right? They are descendants of this unfortunate parent of theirs. And here we are, all of us will have to actually bear the consequences of misrule and bad governance that affects everyone. So when you see them on social media coming to gaslight you, attack you, call you names and all of that, just ask yourself, like, to what end? People did that for 8 straight years under Bokuwari. Where are those people today? Are they reading the news? Unfortunately, so many of them are now saying thiefnubu is clearing the mess of Bokuwari. But is there any name they didn't call us when we're exposing the fraud of APC, Egbekegbe, and Bokuwari? Was there any name they didn't call us? So if you see them here right now, either on Facebook or YouTube, right? The usual culprit, miserable, unfortunate souls who have access to smartphones, and those other unfortunate ones called lovers of Nigeria from abroad. You see those Lori Brukus that love Nigeria from abroad. Do you understand? For straight 8 years, they called nothing. They didn't call us haters of Nigeria, haters of progress, enemy of progress. May Bokuwari succeed. Nigeria will be great again. You, this enemy, will be put to shame. Today, Nigeria is in a terrible place. The same Olori Brukus are telling us that thiefnubu is clearing that up now, while is actually digging you further into the abyss. So when you see them on social media call you names, trying to defend a drug dealer in Yoruba land, it is a taboo. It is what? A taboo to be associated with criminals. But unfortunately, with what Nigeria has become, the criminals have hijacked power, privatized the commonwealth of the people, and right now, they are the deciders of how people find happiness or otherwise. So the survival of these same people that should morally never to be seen with this. I mean, can you imagine that you see somebody, they explain to you, a Yoruba man, they explain to you why thiefnubu as a drug dealer, heroin trafficker, certificate forger is not an issue in this day and time. And you think it's ordinary. It is not. But still, in Yoruba land, we see have the majority of the respectable, of families, respectable names that still, kind of like value all these names. They won't associate with criminals. Not like this. And I think it's the same almost everywhere too. You are not expected to openly associate with criminals. Thiefnubu is a criminal. And everything around him is so shady enough that it takes a lot of moronic mofos to gaslight you into silence. They can't convince you with anything, so they would have to gaslight you to silence, and they can't do that to me. You know me, I am Maiyegun, so it is not going to happen. But to this younger generation that needs to understand what is at stake and why, when you are looking at thiefnubu, it is not thiefnubu that is the real issue. It is those that surrounds him, as well as those that kind of like enables them. All of these things matter. And you are talking about a country of millions of people. It should matter, So whether you are a Ronuku, whether you are a Buhari Din, a Buhari Dedere, a Buhari Denotu, a Buhari Dijatu, Buhari Shuku Nienio, Ngozi Ari Nienio, obedient fools ni tienio, abi humble slaves, abi sophisticated moron. Maybe you are just a Lagos Abobaku, Oshogbo Alemajiri, or maybe you are sorry, I'm reading a comment. Right, so maybe you are a Lagos Sabobaku Shugbo Alibajiri, or maybe you're just a crumb eater, a crumb chaser, an ass licker, an all ricer, or maybe you are just a new mutant, like the corona, the new mutant bacteria being a new mutant virus. Those of you that metamorphosed into the bat idiot, the bastards today, abi the Ronu Nazi, the Ronuku, abi a Brodian bat idiotas, wherever you are, Sha. So every now and then, you needed to be reminded and there are still people with morals. There are consequences for the actions and inactions of these guys. And their consequences are not limited, right, to you, the unfortunate ones, right, but even to the innocent people. So you can't explain some certain things away. You can't bully your way around that too. You are just so lucky. I'm saying this, I'm talking about your criminal leaders now. They are just so lucky that, like Solomon Kidebado put it, majority of the people that are supposed to take you up, they are believed not to be on social media, which is a win for them. They feel like it's a win. So people like us are noisemakers, because those who are their real victims will probably never see this. And they will ensure of that. And even if they did see it, what are they going to do? What would they change? Anyway, give me a second. I'm going to take a short break so that when I come back, I'll see if our line is still going to take us or not. And if it doesn't, I have delivered what I came to deliver. Then the posterity should then be the judge. Please don't go anywhere. I'll be back in a minute.
Maiyegun gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran òun. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Thank you. Again, I want to say a big thank you to every one of you who joined the brunch time this afternoon or this morning. I am going to see you another time. Right? I'm going to see you another time is going to be this evening. I think I should finish early and I can get myself ready for the blockbuster tonight. So enjoy the rest of your money or maybe the rest of your lunch. I will see you at dinner tonight.
àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1.
bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1.
ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Maiyegun Diary politico.
Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1.
ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1.
àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tójódòdò.
Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
jíjó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.